Arsenal set to present the best financial offer for Cancelo to Man City, and it looks like they are going to go in for him, and Mikel Arteta is an admirer of João Cancelo. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. It's the Arsenal News Show. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. In this podcast, we are discussing Emile Smith Rowe. He says, come rain, come sunshine, I'm still an Arsenal player. My future is bright at Arsenal, not until Mikel Arteta tells me that I'm showing you the exit door. You failed to meet the levels of this club of Arsenal. And lastly, Sambi Lokonga is another one that Burnley is so close to, and Arsenal are not willing to dance to the tunes of Burnley because of the decision that Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to make and the futuristic plans that Mikel Arteta and Edu bear for this Belgian international. So let's see close to 300 likes. Smash on this video, right? And let's continue to subscribe to this channel to see it to hit 15,000 subscribers before the end of this month. How do we subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this YouTube channel. Rokani David is my name. Call me RD. You can as well follow us on Twitter at Rokani Media FB. That's where you can find us and do the latest that you guys feel like it's really credible and important for this channel. Now, let's talk a little bit about João Cancelo, and it's Fabrizio Romano onto this one saying that Man City want to find a solution for João Cancelo before the preseason, as fullback will be available on market. Discussions will take place as soon as the interest of Barcelona remains strong. Arsenal also had contacts on player side. Then he concluded by saying, despite being reluctant to sell to Arsenal, again, City might have to, as Arsenal could present the best financial offer by far. So that is something great that every Arsenal fan should be jubilating about. It's all about Man City lacking of options, and the available options look like they are in need of a loan like Barcelona, and City wants cash to cash in for João Cancelo because they believe that if at all they don't sell him this summer, he's going to be 30 years of age, right? He's going to be 30 years of age, and that will really make it hard for him to be up for grabs and obviously be sold by City to get in the money that they want. When you look at João Cancelo, he's 29 years of age, and he just made it like 3 weeks back, and he's just that age, 29 years of age. If at all you get rid of him right now to get the money that you want, then you won't get the money that you want. If Barcelona takes him on loan, as they are really proposing to Man City doesn't benefit. Why? The financial situation at Barcelona has no timely period of cure. That's it. The deficiency at Barcelona won't really get cured financially as soon, because when you look at even Ilkay Gundogan, he's a player they cannot sign on loan. All the players they're willing to sign are going out to other teams to be signed because Barcelona cannot sign them. If at all they sign a player like Victor Roque, they'll have to loan him back to Atletico Paranaense in Brazil until next year if at all things go better, and obviously get in players. Ruben Neves, who had already gone ahead to agree terms and conditions with Barcelona, he's running out of his patience and he might be going to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. That's it. So it shows you how bad it is looking for the side of Barcelona, and Man City looks like they are having one side that is willing to cash in for João Cancelo, and that is Arsenal. For Mikel Arteta, he's an admirer of the player. He understands what it means for him to really get in João Cancelo because he boasts the Arsenal right back and left back position. Secondly, Arsenal are willing to cash in for Tierney, meaning that they would have hit two birds with one stone. You let Tierney go, and you're having a player, João Cancelo, who can play as a left back and a right back. So, what does that mean? If Tierney goes and Arsenal gets in like £30 million or 40 from Newcastle, they'll find themselves in a position of obviously not being able to spend on another left back. That's it. So that increases chances of Arsenal to cash in for Tierney and Nuno Tavares. If they can get like £30 million from Nuno Tavares and 40 from Tierney, that is £70 million added onto their budget of spending this summer, meaning that they can hold in a little bit with João Cancelo and Zinchenko onto the left back position, then João Cancelo, Ben White, Tomiyasu onto the right back position, and obviously Ben White can also hit out with William Saliba onto the right-sided centre back of Arsenal. So it really gives Arsenal a lot of squad depth and obviously more money to spend to strengthen their midfield, as they won't be going in to spend onto a right-sided centre back because Ben White can always come in through to do the job if at all Saliba is injured or needs a rest. So that's it for João Cancelo, and Arsenal are really getting themselves an experienced player that they need right now. They need that player. You know, what is lacking in Arsenal is experience. If you get Declan Rice in, you've added a little bit more of athleticism into that central midfield. That is it. So if you add in a little bit of athleticism through Declan Rice, then you bring in Lavia, that will be a done business for the central midfield. Then you'll be wanting to really switch on to the forward or the right forward competitor for Bukayo Saka, and that is Kai Havertz coming in through. So meaning that you can spend just on one more signing that you feel like you want, because if at all you get in Lavia, you get in Rice, Kai Havertz and João Cancelo, then you can as well find some money to spend on another luxury player that you believe can come in and obviously improve that team of Arsenal. So that is it coming in from Barcelona. Man City, the only team that is left to give them the best financial offer that Man City would take is obviously Arsenal, and we are yet to know whether Man City have gone ahead to make a reduction on the amount of money they want to buy Cancelo, because they were calling in for 70 million euros. Remember, when it was loaned at Bayern Munich, there was a non-mandatory buyout clause. You get? Sorry, buy clause or purchase clause of 70 million euros. That is like 60 million pounds. And I think Arsenal can't present that money for a 35-year-old. And Man City need to be so much realistic. How do you call for 70 million euros for a 29-year-old? Yet for them, they are signing in Kovacic, a midfielder who plays in advanced positions, at like 30 million pounds from Chelsea. So they need to be considerate onto that. Now, as we talk João Cancelo, let's talk a little bit of Sambi Lokonga, a player that was signed in the summer of 2020. And he came in at Arsenal. He played some good games, and this time around, he has found himself in a situation of obviously, I think he came in 2021, right? He came in 2021. He played his first season at Arsenal, 2021-22. 2022-2023, played just the first half of the season and was loaned to Crystal Palace. But Vincent Kompany has always wanted to get this player on a permanent, like buy him straight from Arsenal, but Arsenal look like they are reluctant to go ahead and really dance to the tunes of Vincent Kompany, the former manager's player at Anderlecht, who linked him to Arsenal. Now, we've been told by the Mail Sport that Lokonga is a target for Burnley. Arsenal may be willing to allow him out on loan again following his spell at Palace last season. He also had interest from Sevilla prior to sporting director Monchi at Anderlecht. Lokonga was managed by current boss Vincent Kompany. So there are very many outlets that we have created. Sevilla, Burnley. And Sevilla, it was because of Monchi. You know, Monchi has joined Aston Villa as the new sporting director, and he was really interested in the player. Right now, it's Burnley onto the player. And Arsenal don't want to sell the player permanently, meaning that there is something special that Mikel Arteta sees in Sambi Lokonga. When you look at Sambi Lokonga, he's a very talented young lad that you look at and say, what is missing onto this lad? I think it's obviously lack of enough playing time. And if at all, he really gets enough playing time and is settled into the team of Burnley, Arsenal believe that even if he doesn't really meet the levels of playing for Arsenal, they might collect some good amount of money from the player, because his contract is still huge. until 2026, meaning that if he can add on 1 year before he's moved on to Burnley, see to it that they get another security of 1 more year to extend his contract to 4 years. That will be a very good workout for Arsenal, because when he plays that long season loan at Burnley, he would have found himself in a position of obviously remaining with 3 years. And if at all he really shines up, like the likes of Conor Gallagher, like they did at Crystal Palace, like how Balogun did at Reims, that will really give Arsenal a very good stance. So it is that they really call him for the amount of money they want. They bought him for £18 million, and I understand that if at all he has a very beautiful season at Burnley, they can hate 30 or 40 million pounds from the player, because it just needs a player to have one good season and obviously be into that ilk of 170, 80 million pounds. Look at Moise Caicedo. Caicedo has just had one beautiful season in the Premier League, but Brighton are really calling in for 100 million pounds for this player. So it just shows you that Arsenal are really looking at more and more and more from the player, on the footballing side and the business side. That is it, because they bought him from Anderlecht, and they have a lot of expectations for Albert Sambi Lokonga to come in at Arsenal. So let's wait and see how that unfolds. But Arsenal don't want to sell him permanently. They would rather loan him to Burnley. And I think company will be so much welcoming to that, but it depends on how many players he has to get on loan, because in the Premier League you are just allowed to really get one player from one team on loan. So, and there is a limit of players that you're supposed to get on loan. You understand? So let's wait and see how that is really going to be boiled out, and then we'll be coming back here to let you know exactly what this is all about. Now, recently we've had reports coming in from several people linking Emile Smith Rowe to move to Aston Villa, Newcastle, and very many other teams. But he has been speaking to the Times and has gone ahead and really spoken the following about his career at Arsenal. He said the following: Emile Smith Rowe. Sorry about that. He said, Arsenal are my club, and I'm not going to give up until Arteta says he doesn't want me. I just want to be on the pitch. This was the hardest season of my career. Winning the title with Arsenal would be crazy. Wow. I think with the team we've got, it's definitely possible. So, Smith Rowe has hinted onto not leaving Arsenal, not until Mikel Arteta tells him, I don't want you here. And we all understand that Arteta values this player and Edu. 3 days back, I did a story about Emile Smith Rowe, and I confirmed here that the gesture of Mikel Arteta giving Emile Smith Rowe a shirt number 10, right, means a lot. Means a lot, and that shows that Mikel Arteta is a big fan of this player. So the player is saying, I'm not going anywhere. I have matched their links all over social media that I'm going to Aston Villa. His former manager at Arsenal, who gave him his debut at Arsenal, that is Unai Emery, wants him, but he's saying, no way, I want to stay at Arsenal. I'm a hell-end graduate. I want to do lots of things at Arsenal, and I think it's something great. And he talked about the trophy that they missed out on, but he says that the squad available at Arsenal just has a lot of potential to lift more trophies, and obviously if at all Arsenal recruit better this summer, they might find themselves onto the holy table of really lifting that trophy. So thank you very much for watching through. He said all those as he prepares for the Under-21 tournament of England, and let's wait and see how that's going to pan out. Arsenal to present the best financial offer for Cancelo to Man City. Your reactions to that are welcome in the comment section below. Would you go in for him? 29 years of age. Then, what do you make about Emile Smith Rowe's words about him not wanting to leave Arsenal? And lastly, Albert Sambi Lokonga. Would you sell him to Burnley as Burnley wants, or you would loan him at Burnley and obviously see how he really transpires at the newly promoted Premier League side? So, a sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God bless you abundantly. My Muslim viewers and subscribers, it's always nice having you onto this channel. Ciao, ciao.